All right, good afternoon to you. This is your most authoritative youth analysis show. We are live inside the studios of Pan-African TV. We are live on Facebook. We are live on digital TV, on multi-TV. We are live across the African continent. Some 30 African countries, we are live as well there. You can join the discussion by sending your WhatsApp messages through on 054-850-3799. 054-850-3799. If you are watching us live on Facebook, don't forget to drop your comments tell us your opinion under the comment button, and we'll do our best to read it for you. As usual, we are still advising every one of you in Ghana and across the African continent, especially to take the necessary precautions against the coronavirus. Make sure that you are safe and you protect your family and yourself. Today, we are speaking to a very big man. And he is the acting president for the Musician Union of Ghana. He's no other person than Mr. BESSSA SIMONS, and he's here with us. But before I take his opinion, or I take his thoughts on the role MUSIGA is going to play so far as this whole coronavirus is concerned, don't forget that MUSIGA has played a very strong role in some of the issues that before our nation. I mean, come to think of it, we've seen what the whole musicians coming together, whether it was a decision by MUSIGA or they came together collectively. We saw what they did for HIV/AIDS. We've seen a lot of things they have done for certain national issues that bothers us. So we want to know if there's anything in the pipeline so far as musicians are concerned in Ghana, especially with how they are considered as role models or the huge following that they command in Ghana. But before that, let us quickly watch this precautionary video from the WHO. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
In December 2019, there was a cluster of pneumonia cases in China. Investigations found that it was caused by a previously unknown virus, now named the 2019 novel coronavirus. In this video, we'll take a quick look at what's currently known about the virus. Keep in mind that this is a new virus, and what's known about the virus now might change in the future. Coronaviruses are a large group of viruses. They consist of a core of genetic material surrounded by an envelope with protein spikes. This gives it the appearance of a crown. Crown in Latin is called corona, and that's how these viruses get their name. There are different types of coronaviruses that cause respiratory and sometimes gastrointestinal symptoms. Respiratory disease can range from the common cold to pneumonia, and in most people, the symptoms tend to be mild. However, there are some types of coronaviruses that can cause severe disease. These include the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus, first identified in China in 2003, and the Middle East respiratory syndrome coronavirus that was first identified in Saudi Arabia in 2012. The 2019 novel coronavirus was first identified in China. It initially occurred in a group of people with pneumonia who'd been associated with a seafood and live animal market in the city of Wuhan. The disease has since spread from those who were sick to others, including family members and healthcare staff. There are many cases at present, and the disease has spread within China and also to a number of other countries. So, where did the virus come from? It's known that coronaviruses circulate in a range of animals. Sometimes these viruses can make the jump from animals to humans. This is called a spillover and could be due to a range of factors such as mutations in the virus or increased contact between humans and animals. For example, MERS-CoV is known to be transmitted from camels and SARS-CoV from civet cats. The animal reservoir of the 2019 novel coronavirus is not known yet. How is it transmitted? The exact dynamics of how the virus is transmitted is yet to be determined. In general, respiratory viruses are usually transmitted through droplets created when an infected person coughs or sneezes, or through something that has been contaminated with the virus. People most at risk of infection from the novel coronavirus are those in close contact with animals, such as live animal market workers, and those who are caring for people infected with the virus, such as family members or healthcare workers. So, how does the disease present? Well, from what is known so far, there can be a number of symptoms ranging from mild to severe. There can be fever and respiratory symptoms such as cough and shortness of breath. In more severe cases, there's been pneumonia, kidney failure, and death. The mortality rate is not known yet. How can we tell whether someone is infected? The infection can be diagnosed by a test called PCR, or polymerase chain reaction. This test identifies the virus based on its genetic fingerprint. There's currently no specific medication for the virus, and treatment is supportive care. There's currently no vaccine to protect against the virus. Treatment and vaccines are in development. How do we prevent transmission of the virus? This new virus currently has a limited geographic spread. However, there are a number of standard hygiene practices that have been recommended to protect against infection and further spread. These include covering your mouth and nose when coughing or sneezing with a medical mask, tissue, or flexed elbow, avoiding close contact with those who are unwell, the appropriate use of masks and personal protective equipment, especially in a healthcare setting, washing hands regularly with soap and water, or alcohol-based hand rub. Actions that can be taken to prevent infection from an animal source include avoiding unnecessary unprotected contact with animals, washing hands after contact with animals or animal products, and ensuring that animal products are cooked thoroughly before they're consumed. It's important to stay home if you're feeling unwell, but if you have a fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical care early and share your previous travel history with your healthcare provider. That's a quick look at this emerging infectious disease. Given that this outbreak is evolving rapidly, what's known about this virus can change. Please check the websites below for the most up-to-date information.
From that quick educational video that we watched from the World Health Organization, and it's very much important that before we let our big man speak, we have to give you a bit of education so far as the spread of coronavirus is concerned, and how we all need to take measures to ensure that we all are safe. We have to also put on record for everybody watching us to know that the rate at which people are recovering from the coronavirus is very much, more than the death. It doesn't mean we do not have to take a caution in keeping ourselves quite safe. In China, they have 80,824 people, getting infected with the coronavirus. Out of the 80,824, 3,189 people died, and also they had 65,573 people recovered out of the 80,000. Okay, if you look at South Korea, you realize that 8,086 people were infected with the coronavirus, 72 people died, and then they had 714 people recovered. Iran also had 12,729 cases, and out of the 12,729, 611 people died, or persons died, and they had 4,339 people recovered. Now quickly, if you look at Italy, and that is what is raising a lot of concern, because they are more or less facing this pandemic more than, apart from China. They are seeking, they are suffering with this particular cases with them. Now Italy has 21,157 cases, and out of the 21,157 cases, 1,441 people have died, and they have people who have recovered on a number of 1,966. So it's also very important that we put these records before you. So far in Ghana, don't forget that we have 6 cases confirmed, and all of these 6 cases, according to the Ministry of Health, are all imported cases. It means that there's no community spread yet. All these cases were people that came from outside into our country, and on record they are saying that close to 200 persons have come into contact with the 6 people. Whether or not they are able to trace these people directly to ensure that we do not have a community spread, we are just trusting God to intervene. Your Excellency, you're welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Okay, so how did the news get to you as an acting president of MUSIGA?
Well, I have been following it, ever since it started. I've been watching it on CNN, BBC, and on our local TV as well. What we all have to realize is that times have changed.
Okay.
And like you just said,
yeah.
the best thing to do now is to stop it from spreading. And that is the measures we are taking now. And also let me commend the government for the way he has managed the whole pandemic. What it is if we start creating panic and fear, it will be a total chaos.
Okay.
So everybody should stay calm and just, you know, obey the instructions that is coming from the Ministry of Health, the President, and the experts. And I think, you know, it could be controlled. At such times, we all have to be very, very, very careful with whatever we do. We know in this part of the world, we shake hands a lot. And it is even I'm finding it very difficult to stop shaking hands. Before I realize I've already done it. But we should all make, you know, an effort to do that.
Very well.
When I heard it,
before you answer that, there's a question that has come to me, and apparently they want us to start with that question. I mean, the viewers watching you, and I would answer that. I'll ask that question for you. Let's go for just a quick break. When I come back, he will just continue and we'll ask that question. Just a quick break, Jack, a minute. We'll be back right now. All right, welcome back from that particular quick break. So, I want you to conclude on that statement so that I come to the question they want me to ask.
Okay. Yeah. You know, when I heard the first time I heard it, it just, you know, crossed my mind that this is going to affect our social gatherings. And you know, as musicians, you know, everything we do, we need an audience, you know. And so I was thinking about it, and lo and behold, you know, it's getting to that stage. But I would say musicians shouldn't panic, you know. This is something that is happening now. Let's make sure we go with the time, the flow, and then see what happens.
Now, this question is, what is MUSIGA doing so far as, you know, most of their members have shows they have to cancel. Most of them had appearances, you know. I mean, you know, the VGMA, though not under the Ghana Music, I mean, not an agency or a branch under you, but your members are part of they are nominees, and that, I mean, all these things are not quite comfortable moment for you guys. Do you support the ban of the, I mean, the putting the VGMA on hold? Do you support musicians canceling their shows and trips, or they can still go ahead and use that to advocate for us to keep ourselves clean?
I would say, I mean, on top of my head, I would say we have to balance issues. We have to weigh both issues.
Okay.
I mean, is it worth it going out there to perform for an audience and knowing that, you know, performing for an audience, if you have one affected person there, it can spread the disease? Would you like to do that? No, we don't want to do that. So I mean, it's between life and, you know, concerts. Once we manage to bring this chaos under control, we will go back and do our concert. So I would say all musicians to exercise patience, wait, be calm, let's just put this under control, and we will go back to our concerts. I'm sure when it is safe for us to go out there and do our work, you know, we will be given the go-ahead to do it.
Okay, so are we going to see MUSIGA coming together to give us music, something and an awareness, music, composing a new song to fight against corona or to create an awareness? Is something like this in the pipeline?
It's just like you took the words out of my mouth. That's what we've been working on the whole weekend.
Wow.
Yes. And you know, you said something. MUSIGA has been part of creating awareness for so many things in Ghana. I remember 4 years ago, peaceful elections, when AIDS came, road safety, and quite recently, which we haven't even finished, is what's corruption.
Wow.
Anti-corruption.
Oh,
yes, we've been doing a lot. We've done a song for it. We got the Actors Guild to do a short video for it, which has been showing. But very soon we were going to, you know, explode with it when this happened. And so we are working behind the closed doors, and we're trying to come up with a song, because we know when we put our mouth in it, it carries weight, it goes far, and we're going to put a song together with all the artists, your favorite artists, showing love and, you know, also encouraging you to make sure that we bring this pandemic under control. Okay,
so what it means is that there's something in the pipeline actually, so far as the fight against corona is concerned.
Yes.
But there's something, I mean, I don't want us to move a bit away from the virus, but still staying within the umbrella of MUSIGA and stuff. Would you say that MUSIGA, under your presidency as acting president, is performing well?
Yes, I think we've done very well. Given it all the negative perceptions going around, we have still steered MUSIGA on the right path. I mean, the elections is back on track. And that was not an easy, you know, task, but we managed to do that. Also, we realized that musicians lack certain understanding. That is why we don't have unity, and that is education. You know, so we've started conducting some workshops. We have had a workshop on the recent one we had was on copyright, royalties, streaming, modern ways. You know, we don't sell CDs anymore, so we want them to understand.
There's a digital wave now.
Exactly.
So,
and we also did a workshop on publishing, you know, which we have a man called the president from the UK who came to talk to us. Quite recently, we got After Music to come give us a discount on their registration, and which means now all the MUSIGA members will go on streaming all over the world, global, so that at least they will earn some money for themselves. And also understanding what copyright and royalties are is very important, because these are times where there's so many definitions coming from all kinds of people who call themselves the experts, you know. So I wanted MUSIGA members to understand that this is a simple understanding, and this is it. Don't let anybody come and tell you A or B. This is what it is. You know, if you have a song and you've signed your rights to a CMO, then you have to get your royalties. If you have a song, you copyright it, the song belongs to you, and things like that. So I think we've done well, very, very well. Being as people are going out, you know, saying all kinds of things, because the image of MUSIGA is very important. I mean, so far we have been the most well organized, you know, union in Ghana. So I am trying to make sure that it stays like that and even go further, because we are the biggest family that every musician can have.
So, but why does people have monocratic perception about MUSIGA, that the executive arm or the executive structure under MUSIGA receives some monies from government and it's like few people enjoying, and you've been hearing those rumors? Is that a right perception?
No, it's a wrong perception. It's a wrong idea. It's a wrong rumors. The whole thing is that all MUSIGA executives don't get paid.
Really?
Yes, it's something you do
voluntarily.
You
but they get per diem allowances.
You get a certain allowance if you have a meeting, that kind of a thing. All over the country, we have 10 all the 10 regions. We have representatives, we have executives, and they
executive structures in all the 16 regions.
10 regions. We haven't done the 6 yet. So they are all doing it out of heart. And if we get something that demands that, oh, maybe this go for capacity building, we send it to the regions. So they do that. So there's no way there will be some money for MUSIGA, and MUSIGA will say, I mean, we don't have money.
Yeah.
People don't even pay their dues regularly. I mean, not only us, all the society.
Oh, so the musicians are supposed to even pay their dues, but some don't pay, but yet they would make such allegations.
You know.
Okay.
So I mean, this is what it is. I don't want to dwell on it because they know that this is the truth, but I don't know why they go out.
Maybe the dues is very expensive for them to pay.
Oh,
are they paying like a 200 cedis?
No, I think it's 140 a year.
Oh wow, for a month?
A year.
114 Ghana cedis for the whole year.
For the whole year. So
whether you are Shatawale, Sarkodie, Ambule, you are paying 140.
But we have the pro. We have them in
okay.
We have the pro, and then we have the normal, which is 140.
Yes.
The pro is 500 Ghana cedis a year.
What's the difference?
The difference is when you are a pro, you get so many incentives.
Okay. From MUSIGA, from the market.
From MUSIGA.
From MUSIGA. Okay.
MUSIGA, yeah. And then we have for the students.
Pro means if you're a professional musician.
You're a professional. Registration. That's what it is.
Okay.
But I mean, I would really be quite happy because people who say things like that don't know the runnings of MUSIGA.
Yeah.
They never come to the office. If you come to the office, I mean, you will see that we've managed for the first time to have an accountant session. We have an accountant there. No executive deals with money.
Who's ensuring proper management, fiscal management of the whole union.
And I mean, and the good thing is that our current treasurer is an accountant. He's a banker.
Wow.
So he takes care of everything. I mean, all the jobs I've done that includes money, I go with the accountant.
Yeah.
Everybody who's seen me, because I want people to practice this.
Yeah.
So you come, you finish, I say go to the accountant, and it's done.
Wow.
So it is not true whatever you are hearing. MUSIGA is still organized, and I'm a very principled man. I will not allow anybody to, take MUSIGA for a ride.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Very well. This question I'm being asked to ask you again. So, does government support some of these campaigns or some of the songs you do, or is a social responsibility you take costs? MUSIGA take the cost of production or recording for all these musicians that they come together, or government normally say, okay, MUSIGA, I need you to use your influence or the clout you have as music union to get your talents come together to do a campaign song against road safety, against corona. Does government give you money?
Government give us support. For example, the road anti-corruption.
Okay.
We got sponsored by Star Ghana.
Okay.
And I mean, this is not a
Star Ghana, the insurance or the beer,
the British.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then what they did is they support us, fully with all the expenses that comes.
Okay.
With it. I remember the peaceful election. Star Ghana also did the same thing. So we get support from here and there, and also we try to get grants from here and there, little grants from here and there, and when we get the grant, we make sure we sponsor things like that.
So has government approached MUSIGA officially for an awareness campaign on coronavirus?
Not yet. I would say not yet. They haven't.
But it's something you trust they will do.
Yeah, we see it as our, as an obligation that we have to do this to make sure that people are getting the message, and they get it in a style, in a way that, they will not even know, but they will be acting.
Okay.
This is what we see.
Okay.
And I mean, when we started, we will go to the corporate world and we will see if we can get some social responsibilities from, other corporate world if they come to support. Great. If not, we are going ahead and doing it anyway.
Is it the responsibility of the members of MUSIGA to come to the office before they can know how their union is being run, or how a fiscal strategic you are being, or it is the responsibility of MUSIGA executive structure having more or less like a PR team, or having a media team, or your workshops you are doing? Whose responsibility is it? For example, Ghana, citizens are supposed to know their constitution left, right, center. But there's an agency called the National Civic, NCCE, to ensure that they educate the public on some of these things. Does MUSIGA expect musicians to know by coming there, or is MUSIGA's failure on getting musicians to know, because all of the things you have put in place, this is very, very great initiative to have accountant, you know, making sure people handle whatever they are supposed to handle, but some of them do not know this. Whose responsibility is it?
I would say in this case it will be in the minority. Everybody knows about what I'm saying. All musicians know.
The musicians know?
They know. All the 10 regions know, because we have our National Executive Council meetings where we put everything on the table, and their job is to take it back to their regions. Also, we have platforms, various platforms.
Okay.
Of course. We have the global, we have national, we have regions,
okay.
we have district. So information goes around all the time. They know exactly what is happening all the time.
Okay.
So it's not like that they don't know. I mean, all the workshop we had was well attended.
Okay.
Both members and people want to be members. They all came. And after that, I mean, we got a whole lot of people, you know, coming to register with music.
How many members do you have with me on MUSIGA now? How many musicians are registered under MUSIGA, both pro and the upcoming?
Well, I mean, in total,
yes,
we will say around, you know, 4,000. But of good standing, we have about, you know, 1,000, close to about 2,000.
Okay, so generally you would have about 4,000 people registered under MUSIGA, but operational, or people who are in good standing, paying their dues, I mean, doing what is necessary, that is over 1,500 to 2,000.
Yeah.
Is that the case?
Yeah, that's the case.
Okay, so when you do campaign songs or social responsibility songs or initiatives, how do you select these musicians? Because all of them cannot be on the song.
No, they cannot be on the song.
Does the executive choose their friends, or choose if you are not influential, you not be chosen?
No, one of the things we look for is who can get the message out there. We need at least about 2 or 3 people.
Very important.
Who will be the key people to. I'm saying this because most of the time I lead this. Who can, if you hear this man is on this record, you will listen to it. And also we get in some up and coming artists. Yeah. And if they do well, but who sang this line? And then you also come up. So this is how we choose our members. Because we know who our members, who is doing well, working hard and things like that. Also, we have some artists, A artists, B artists, who out of love, they will say, no, I am for this. I believe in this. I want to be on this. And so that is how it works.
Wow. 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 So if this campaign song comes in way, it's going to go a long way to help, you know, the fight, you know, on the awareness of the coronavirus. Especially, we all know how musicians have huge following. Ghanaians will love music. Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy, they are banned, maybe not from MUSIGA, but would you have them join together on that campaign song? Well,
like I said, we are now starting this campaign song. It's for people to, first of all, what I'm looking for is people who believe in the cause. That's what we're looking for first. You know, for who is going to sell the song, we will choose.
Very well.
But we want people to come out wholeheartedly and say, we've heard you. We will write to everybody, all the musicians, that we should write.
We cannot wait to have, you know, especially as gradually we are getting to a place where our country is more or less like certain countries, you know, is been shut down. I mean, quote and unquote, because if people are supposed to work from their homes, if schools are shut down, shops are shut down, then it means that we'll have no option than to be monitoring whatever is going on TV. And so we would count on that. But we'll go for a break.
Okay. But do you know, these days we can do recordings from homes.
Oh, really?
I can do it from my home, send it to this man, he will do technology. It and send it, and then so
wow, it doesn't need everybody coming together in the studio and doing that. Okay, but if you have just joined us, I'm having an exclusive interview with the acting president of the Musician Union of Ghana. He's a very, very popular person who has played and is still playing his role in Ghana's music industry, entertainment industry generally very, very, very well. He's a role model, and so when we have such persons on our show, on Youth Empowerment Television Show, the only youth analysis show across the African continent, it's important that some of these issues we get him to clarify. We are going for a break. I've seen all your messages and all those that are watching us. I'll ask all those questions for you. Just a quick break. But when we come back, We'll open the phone line so that if you have any question to ask him or want to suggest, you can do that. We'll be right back. Our breaks are not going to keep long. We'll be right back after this.
Business, fashion, ICT, journalism. Achieve your dreams with Blue Crest and you'll be ready for the rest of your life. Your career is a ladder that leads you all the way to the top. Practically, all your dreams and aspirations of getting into management or even becoming a successful entrepreneur are hinged on your career success. Today, universities and colleges are churning out yearly more and more graduates just like you, all of whom are going to compete in the same industries for the same jobs. This means more graduates stepping over each other for fewer jobs. The good news? The right education can make you more employable in a job market that is increasingly competitive. You can stand out amongst your peers with a Blue Crest education. An education that understands the needs and challenges of the job market and prepares you ahead through progressive and inclusive learning. Our students are given the creative freedom that encourages personal development and are offered on-field opportunities for professional growth. Acquiring a Blue Crest education means being guided to identify and pursue your interest in fashion, ICT, business and journalism, and using the skills acquired in the course of learning to prepare yourself for life. Don't be indifferent to your education. Your career depends on it. Enroll at Blue Crest College today. Visit www.bluecrest.edu.gh.
Welcome back. Now, some few messages, and I'm glad people are enjoying this. This is from Apel Jeffrey. He says that this is a brilliant initiative by MUSIGA. Thank you, MUSIGA. Okay, and lots and lots of messages. Kwame Dazi, Senior, thanks for watching. Okay, wow. Hi, please, I want to ask President that how will an upcoming artist register with MUSIGA in his or her district? I'm sure that's what you want to say. I'm Mike. I'm from German North District, Sampa. Okay, thank you. Hi panel. This is Climax from Tamale, and my question is for Papa Simon. So what measures are they putting on to prevent their people what measures are they putting on to prevent their members who have COVID-19? Do you know any musician who has the disease? We pray this COVID vanishes as soon as possible. I'm Sharaf. Sharaf, you didn't tell us where you are sending the message from. This one also says that, hi Richie, great interview you're having. This man, I wish he's contesting for the MUSIGA, full of intelligence and full of knowledge, and he can help MUSIGA. Okay, I'll ask him for you. Are you contesting for MUSIGA presidency?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that's good. Quick one here so that we can go to the interview proper. This is very, very important for us to note. Does government support the budget of MUSIGA every year?
Unfortunately not. Government does not support the budget.
At what point does government support MUSIGA financially?
I mean, I think what happens is at the moment in Ghana, we haven't reached a stage where government supports any union or organization every year or every month. You know, although sometimes we hear money has been allocated to the creative arts, but it doesn't
disseminate to music.
Unlike countries like Jamaica.
Are you saying that on record that you don't receive any financial support from government?
No, that this is to support you for the year. No, we don't have that.
But the past president or the previous president received some monies from government to MUSIGA.
Oh, you're talking about, okay.
Yes.
There was a time when MUSIGA wrote to the government to get some support for certain things. And then that's when the government gave MUSIGA 2 million.
2 million
Ghana cedis.
Ghana cedi, okay.
And that was for a specific project.
Oh, okay.
Which should be done. I mean, it was to have Ghana Music Week, you know, with an honors, and also have a research done on the creative arts. And as I speak, that research is what everybody is using now. If you're coming to Ghana, you get into the research that MUSIGA did.
So that money didn't go waste. The 2 million cedis has its effect as at now.
Yes, it didn't go waste at all. I mean, what MUSIGA did has never done in Ghana before. Okay. And it was, I mean, I have to commend the government. You know, it was a big support from the government. Even we wanted to do bigger, wider, scoped research and other things that will sustain musicians in MUSIGA for a long time. But I think government wanted to know how the creative arts contributes to the GDP of the nation. And they are right. If they don't know how we contribute to the GDP,
they won't know how to support and understand it.
So, I mean, that is done, it's out of the way. And this conducted a whole lot of perceptions and ideas. People thought it should have been used
for different alternatives.
But we couldn't do that because we were under instructions.
Okay, because of the document you submitted.
Exactly.
And you need to go on that guideline.
Exactly. Other than that, when you finish, the government will be on your case, Okay. But our people
just a quick one. We've opened the phone line, so just make sure you call the numbers below your screen to speak to the acting president of MUSIGA. And so Mr. Simons is here. So just make sure you call us, and then you can speak to him, you can speak to us, and all matters. Don't forget, the center stage of the discussion is the role of MUSIGA on the awareness of coronavirus or the COVID-19, because the coronavirus has been here since, but it's the COVID-19 specifically of that family that we are all, campaigning against. So you can call us on that number. See, you can see a number just below your screen. Call us. We'll connect you so that we can have that conversation.
Yeah.
Yes. So the 2 million Ghana cedis finished.
Oh, this is a long time. Yes. I mean, the project is finished. Accounts have been closed. Okay. So I don't see why people think what they thought it should have been used for should be relevant now. For me, it's not relevant now. It's gone. I think we've reached a stage where musicians should come together, irrespective of who you support, and now think about two things. How can we get what is due us from Ghana through our works, or if we can convince the government to support us every year, and or everything we do, how we can get our music to cross the borders, instead of fighting each other over nothing. I look at it, it's nothing. We should all come together. Also, with what is happening now with the coronavirus issues, I think we should come together. And even if you are not on this bill, you sit at your home and write a song that will help people to deal with this pandemic, and also bring it under control. And when you finish that song, bring it to MUSIGA, and we will make sure it's being played on air to help us go through this.
Okay. Yeah, we have a call on the line. Hello, good afternoon, sir. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Please, when you call us, make sure you turn down the volume of your TV set so that we can have a very good and nice conversation. Can you turn down the volume of your TV set so that we can speak via the phone? Okay, you can watch yourself, but listen via the phone. Okay, unfortunately, please, when you call us, make sure that you turn down the volume of your TV set so that we can speak on the conversation. So you don't have to worry about that. Now, the next question I want to ask is that what is one significant change that has taken place in the life of MUSIGA ever since that research was conducted with the help of the 2 million Ghana cedi? That every musician can testify that this is one of the significant achievements we got from that government intervention.
Okay, I mean, first of all, I would say now there is information. Now there is a data.
And without 2 million Ghana cedi, they wouldn't have gotten the information.
No, we wouldn't. I mean, it was conducted by KPMG.
Oh, you have to outsource it. It's very expensive.
And they were recommended by the government because they want a credible job done.
All right, I'll get back to you. Hello, good afternoon, sir. Nyamia Dom Pacho, let's hear you. But okay, yeah, that's it. But catch him on phone to say. Okay, Pacho, oh, life in TNT.
They all want to say, Mr. Obibiasi, they don't want to take the money now, you know.
With us.
Fairly, also one. Or my brother, or what was one, I buy no name warm. The fair program. I'm not that many out at the power and see to the no. Then you won't sorry, no, says bad enough. What's that business? It is we now find on walk. Because your Mahama Bana, no, Bank Abaya, we will see. Or one of the things, you know, the power of Canocrena, or one that I don't
Mate, yeah, I say. But just for the records, the monies that were given to you, was it by the John Mahama administration or the Akufo-Addo's administration?
You see, where I sit, I don't want.
I know it's government, but
yeah,
just for the purposes of
let's keep it like that. I know every government will do their bit. I mean, like what she was saying is not exactly correct. I mean, government supporters. That was a different contest.
Oh, okay. So means different governments has rendered support in different areas to MUSIGA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But why is the headquarters of MUSIGA? It doesn't really befit MUSIGA. We saw pictures, unless of course there's been renovation. But the Musician Union of Ghana, having received about 2 million Ghana cedi in research and other plans, couldn't have an allocation even reduced to rehabilitate their office to a high standard. We saw videos of your rehearsal place with some live bands, old timers things. Has that changed?
Yes, but you see, I own a studio. I own a rehearsal studio. It needs to be constantly be upgraded, but it's all money. Let's come back to this. MUSIGA office is still there.
I know it's still there.
MUSIGA office is still working, but at the moment, MUSIGA cannot spend any money on it. People showing these things around. I think it would have been better if they had gone. If I was them, I would go to the MUSIGA and tell them, "Hey, why is your studio like this? What can I do to help? How can I go ABCD? I'm coming." Even if you have an idea, you bring it. This is what a good citizen does.
I think we have a caller on the line. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, your name and where you are calling from?
I'm calling from Sapema. My name is Alaji.
Alaji, let's hear you. You are live.
The discussion that they are discussing on this thing. Hello?
Alaji, you are live from Pan Africa. Let's hear you.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Alaji.
I appreciate your discussion. But in my view, I'm on the line and I'm talking. What I want to say is that with the MUSIGA wanted to spread the news of this COVID-19 to we the Ghanaians, in my mind, since I heard about this virus, what came to my mind is still within me that those who have tested positive, it's through the MUSIGA can let the government know that we should test some of them will be our local drink, which is a petition, to see that they can have a cure within this application. Because unless that the heat, this virus cannot stay.
We should all try a petition and see if it can cure it.
So what is within here? What are particular that we should test them and see whether they have a cure.
Okay, so you think government should allow us test a petition to see if a petition can cure it, right?
Thank you. This was you.
A petition, high demand. Anyways, you can call the numbers below your screen so that we can have a conversation. You were speaking about the office space.
Yeah. I mean, we have an office that, you know, the whole beach, there is this long, delayed marine drive they were supposed to control at the beach. And unfortunately, our office and other offices fall within the buildings that should be demolished. And so at the moment, like I'm saying, the government is tirelessly working with us to get a new office so we can be relocated to this new office. So at the moment, we don't want to spend any more money on the office because you spend money on office and very soon you'll be relocated to another office. So that is why you see it like that. But it is in full operation. Every office, every department is working. So if you have anything to do with MUSIGA, you can go there. And another person asked how they can register with MUSIGA.
Okay, we have a call on the line. Hello, good afternoon. Yes, can you please turn down the volume of your TV set so that we can speak via phone, okay? You're alive. Let's hear you.
Okay, let me speak. I'm
this is not a political show. This is a very neutral political youth analysis platform, and so let's not bring MPP, NDC, CPP, PPP. This is all of us here and non-political. We just care about Ghana and we are here for the development of our country. That is why we are here. Our time seems to be up. How can somebody register to MUSIGA?
Before I say that, let me just say this. With the musicians who might find themselves maybe playing for a smaller audience, please, let's exercise what the president said about enhanced hygiene. And this is what I want to, recommend. Clean your guitars with disinfectants. Clean the mouth of the microphones, even the handles, with
the microphones. Do they have to change the? You see, microphones have some foam. How do you guys call it?
You mean the foam that
the foam that cover the red, blue? It means everybody that uses, you must throw it away or you wash it.
Yeah, maybe if you don't even have to use it unless you are at a place where it is very windy. But
okay, I think this may be our last caller. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, you are live on Ghana's biggest television platform now.
Okay.
Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, my name is Razak and I'm calling from Australia.
Okay, let's hear you, Razak.
Yeah, I want to say this country, we have no leaders at all.
We don't have what?
We have no leaders. You know the reason why I'm saying so?
No, are you saying we have no leaders or we are no leaders?
We have no leaders.
Okay.
Leader. Hello?
Yes, you are live. Let's hear you, sir.
I am saying that we have no leader.
Okay.
Because if one person is somebody is appointed as a leader and the person fails in delivering, I think the person is more or less, he's not a leader. Let me just say that.
Okay.
Imagine we've been informed about this coronavirus that is coming. We've been informed, and yet we open our borders, we open our ports for this to come in. And after it's in, now we just decide to close the borders, we just decide to close the ports and everything. how are we going to battle with them?
All right.
You understand what I'm saying, my brother?
Yes. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you so much. This person says that I am Aziz from Sakogu. You and the guest be too much. Okay, thank you. Wow. Zara says that Richie, I like your top. Thank you so much. Brilliant delivery by the incoming president of MUSIGA. Simons all the way. Okay. All right. Keep sending your messages coming, and we would read it for you as the show goes on. You were given an advice then how people can. Yeah.
So I'm just saying, make sure you sanitize your instruments, because you're using your hands to play all the time.
Yeah.
Even the keyboards, make sure it's clean. You dust it up. You need disinfectants to clean it. The drumsticks that you use, drummers, clean it. And also those who fix the instruments, make sure you are sanitizing your hands all the time. And when someone does well, please just show appreciation by smiling to them. No handshake, so that we all stay alive till we calm the whole pandemic down.
Wow. Any number for persons who want to be registered, as members of MUSIGA?
Okay, I mean, it's been made even easier. Now we have MUSIGA app.
Oh, there's an app?
Yeah, MUSIGA app.
Wow.
Which if you go on, when we finish, I will give it to you, so you can
let
put it out for us. Yeah. And then when you go on there, it will help you to register from wherever you are, so you can become a member of MUSIGA.
Wow. But MUSIGA, you didn't plead on behalf of Shatawale and Sarkodie, Shatawale and Stonebwoy to be added to VGMA. They showed remorse. They held a joint press conference. They apologized. Was it not enough for the union to step up to apologize on their behalf?
Well, you see, as MUSIGA, everybody is our child.
Yes.
We will plead for these people.
Yes.
We will do everything to make sure they stay alive and afloat.
Yeah.
But if an organization chooses to do something beyond our prowess, I'm sure if VGMA is doing something like this, it will be by votes. And if the majority wins, I don't think, then MUSIGA can still push, but,
Officially, did MUSIGA write to Charterhouse to reconsider them after stripping off their trophies, especially with this year's VGMA? Did MUSIGA step in to intervene to let them sign a sort of bond with the union or anything for them to be nominated?
No,
because persons who were not banned but had songs, good songs, with these musicians did not get chance to the VGMA.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be the spokesperson for VGMA. I think this is a question that should go to...
But did MUSIGA officially write to VGMA?
I mean, we do, like I said, we do everything to keep musicians afloat.
Yes, but on specific with the Shatawale and Stonebwoy. I understand.
I like where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't have to be Shatawale or anybody.
Yes,
any musician at all. We will be on your side and make sure you stay afloat.
Okay.
Whether by enjoying your punishment or whatever, but we will be with you.
I think this is where time would permit us. Maybe your final words in just a second to your camera. This is your camera. So
okay. Well, fellow musicians, this is your fellow musician, BESSSA Simon, speaking to you. I just want us to realize and believe that we are in a different world now. Times have changed. These moments are very critical moments to us. And the only thing we have to do is to try and do anything that will prevent the coronavirus from spreading. And to do this, please, let's use what the president terms enhanced hygiene. Let's stay in our homes if we don't have to go anywhere, because going to some places where the virus could be spread, it could be passed on through you and you will not know. And it takes 14 days or 27 days before it manifests itself, so you will not know. So please, let's stay within the confines of these regulations and make sure that we bring this pandemic under control. Thank you very much.
All right, it's been such a pleasure serving you this afternoon on Youth Empowerment Television Show. A big thank you to you, and we wish you all the best. It is our prayer that you come out successful, and when all things are in place for the elections. Personally, I would root for you. So we just ensure that it gets well for us. So keep keep playing safe. Make sure that you get an alcohol-based sanitizer. Make sure that your sanitizer has an alcohol content which is more than 70. So you just make sure that you drop it on your hand and you do it as if you are washing your hand. You get it? You just make sure you do it very, very well. You do it very well so that anything you touch, make sure, if possible, put it in your pocket. Be very safe. And for me, Pan Africa, we are getting safe, so you guys also need to be safe. I'll be right back tomorrow with another exciting edition of Youth Empowerment Television Show. It's bye-bye.